Alright guys, we had a really nice day in the chat room at GreatStockPicks.com. I'm going to try to use this video to go over the calls and for educational purposes, try to explain my thinking on the entries, okay? So I'm not just babbling. Hopefully there'll be some merit in what I say, or if you have any questions, you can always shoot me an email. Pay, this is what it looked like going into today. Now, if you trade it all, you already know Pay pre-announced here and just got decimated, and it's straight sideways ever since. Well, then today, or I guess yesterday after hours, was the actual earnings. So here's the pre-announcement. Everything ugly's baked in, and so the actual earnings come out, and it's set to open up around 20. So let me switch to an intraday and show you what happened today now. Okay, here we are, 2-minute candles. You can see the gap up, see the massive volume. I didn't want to chase this. I was worried that this is going to be one that just runs another $2 without looking back. But I'm sitting there just praying for a pullback, okay? So look what happens. You get a red candle here, and then this nice push down right to that 8-period moving average. I tell our members this all the time. Really strong stocks are going to bounce or tend to bounce off the 2-minute candle 8-period moving average, okay? Really strong stocks, and you can kind of scale it. Somewhat strong stocks will bounce off the 5-minute candle, 8-period moving average, and so on. And then after the morning's over and things tend to kind of go sideways or slightly down in flag patterns, then we start to look toward the 15-8 and that sort of thing. But Pay, I just showed you that daily chart. This was up above all the trading it's done since the pre-announcement. So good chance for a little maybe short squeeze, and I was certainly only thinking long here, okay? So I got the push down to this 8-period moving average, 2-minute candles, and went ahead and called a long right there, 2024. Okay, this was strong. This was really strong. I was hoping for this pullback, and we got it. 2024 was my entry. Worst case stop, 20 cents below. Okay, so 2024, 2004, little bounce there, and then it really starts to go. Once we're back through the high of the day, it's over. Forget about it. And we got to move almost straight up to 22. We were scaling out all the way up and having fun doing it. And I believe that was the high of the day right there. And chopped around the rest of the day. Switch to 5s here. But the entry almost right at the bottom of this tail and selling all the way up. That was a great way to start the day. EXK, let me share this with you. This is what the chart looked like going into today. Okay, this was with this last little candle here is yesterday's candle. I put this on the website in our bounce play column. Okay, in other words, this goes on bounce watch. Rather than try to play the miners, the gold miners, the silver miner, ETFs, I thought, which I've been looking at lately, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to choose a silver miner that's getting slammed, and a gold miner for that fact. I also had NEM. And then if gold and silver finally bounce, we'll just play one of these individual miners. So EXK was my silver guy, and this is what it looked like last night. Now let me show you on an intraday basis what happened. Okay, 2-minute candles here, and you can see it's starting to bounce. One of our members, when it looked exactly like this, posted that SLV was, I don't remember the exact term, but another example of the great teamwork in there, posted that SLV was not making a nice move. SLV is actually silver, and so, and I looked at the SLV chart, and it was breaking through the high of the day. Okay, so now I'm thinking gold, and I looked at gold real quick too, also breaking through the early highs. So what we have here is sort of a possible laggard, right? A silver miner. Silver's ripping through the high of the day. We already know this is on bounce watch. So I had this on the projector, and I told everybody, you could just take a buy right here with a low of day stop and see if it plays catch up to silver. 507, 499. That's 8 cents risk. Look what happens. See the volume starts to come in after that. Then you get through the high of the day, and it just never looked back. Never looked back. I'll switch to 5s here. From 507 it went to 566, which is, I don't know, I didn't do the math. It's got to be a good 10% in one day. Again, on 8 cents risk. Really nice. I got some thank yous on that one too. Let's see. VVUS. Really beaten up stock here, and then it gapped up today. So this is what the chart looked like before today. Didn't have this on watch. I just, as the market was unfolding, as trading was going on, I happened to find VVUS, and it had gapped up a little bit today. So let me go to an intraday. And I just saw it when it looked something like this. It might have been this volume spike that put it on my radar, and I just said this is one of those occasions where a high of day break might work, okay? 1078, worst case stop, I think I said 9 cents below. triggers, and then off to the races, and did not stop out. So it went to 11.24. Not huge, but still a nice trade. And then one of my best afternoon trades was SWY. Now this is one of those I did not have on watch, but I'm familiar with SWY, and I know it's got a ton of shorts in it. Look at this volume, okay? Massive volume. Almost, this is 1 minute candles, almost 1 million shares in a minute, okay? And one of our members who's great with news, he's real fast, Al, we call him Big Al, he had posted that they were something to do with exploring becoming a REIT, real estate investment trust in Canada. You know what? That's all way over my head. But I've seen that news before on recent stocks, and they all tend to really run on that. Okay, so I'm the one that spotted the volume and said, "Hey, SWY volume." Al put out the news. I didn't see any reason why. I know this got a lot of shorts in it. I didn't see any reason why once I knew the news that this would go ahead and take out the lows of the volume candle. Even if it turned out not to be the best news in the world, I knew the news now, and it certainly wasn't something that could be misinterpreted as as bad news. So I went ahead on this 1 minute basis, called it long here right at 24.18, and my stop at 23.99. So 19 cents risk. Had to use 1 minute candles because it all happened so fast. To demonstrate why I took it where I took it. I mean, for this video. So then right back up, and again, I knew there was a lot of shorts in this one too, so that gave me, I guess, more, fervor about taking this trade. All right, and then you get through the recent high of that pop, and it was, look at that, straight up to 25. And this, the beauty of this, we took it right here. You're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. We're up almost a buck. You gotta love that. And again, thanks to Big Al for throwing the news now. Now, having said everything I've just said, I'll switch to fives and show you how it ended up. All the way back down, completely reversed. Didn't really matter because we took it right about here, and we were sellers all the way up. I sold my last bit right at the whole number, as a matter of fact. So just another great trade. And I believe that's it from the day. I made a call late in the day in MCP, and it went up like a dime too. I made a call in BSFT right about here, long, and here, stop, and it stopped out. So this is a good example of timing's everything. This was about a dime risk, something like that. Stops out, and then look what it does. Runs the rest of the day. But that's just an example of timing's everything. Overall, just a fantastic day, and I've definitely babbled long enough. Have a great night. We'll see you guys tomorrow.